So welcome back to the fish room, guys. It's Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping. Thanks for all your awesome comments in the comment sections on the last 10 videos at least. I've got to speak to a few of you guys. It's been absolutely awesome. So today's video we're going to be doing a little tutorial on culturing water worms or banana worms. And these little guys are awesome if you're doing fish like I am, if you're doing sort of rainbow fish, any small sort of egg-laying fish, danios, anything like that, the tetras and stuff. This stuff's absolutely brilliant. It's a good culture to have. I will say it's a bit of a smelly one, and if you're a bit squeamish, you might not want to do this culture. You might want to stick to something like Acari first bites or golden pearls. They're all awesome foods as well. I use Acari first bites for most of my egg-laying fish, and I've got loads of success out of them. I have done the water worms before, and I've had some success with them as well. So this is just going to be a quick tutorial on how I culture the water worms and how to be successful in keeping your culture going as well, so stick around. So then guys, if you're culturing water worms, the best way to do this is to buy a starter culture. This is what I do have here. Sorry about this little table we've set up, it's a bit rough and ready, but this is where we're going to be working today. So I've purchased this off of eBay. It's a water worm starter culture. It's just come in the post, and basically inside the box what you'll get is the easy steps to follow. And this is from Proximus M1. He's supplied these today. So these are micro worms, water worms or banana worms. This is a general step-by-step guide. It's quite a in-depth guide, to be honest, and it's a really good one to follow. And then what you'll end up with is a little package like this, and this is a starter culture for the water worms. And this is basically what we need to replicate, but we need to replicate it in a container and obviously not in this bag. Basically what it is, it's the culture of worms. If you look really carefully at the packet there, you can just see all this sort of white cobweb sort of thing going on. That's the actual worms that we'll be feeding to the fish. And then this is just porridge oats inside the packet. That's what they feed off. So basically what we need to do is, I like to use a takeaway container just like this, and remove the lid. And then inside the takeaway container, you'll want to place about 1 centimetre of porridge oats. My brand today is Aldi. That's just the ones that I picked up. They're about less than £1 for this big bag, so it works out quite well. What you want to do is you just want to put in about 1 centimetre or so inside your container, and then you'll want to put boiling water to this. It doesn't want to be too sticky once the boiling water's been in. So you want to just if you just sort of cover it a little bit and keep going back and checking it, you should be able to it should be sort of wet to the touch but not sticky. Here's what I've made earlier. So as you can see, it's all wet but it's not really sticky on top. You don't want it to be too wet, or otherwise it'll smell really bad, and if it's too dry your culture will just die off, and then your culture will fail. So this is the dry one, so I'm going to be making 2 cultures for mine. I'm just going to get some more water in this later on. Once you get to this stage where you've put the water in, you need to let it cool down. So this is cooled down now, and then in the top of the lid you just need to poke some holes through. I've just used like a bit of a knife, and I've heated it up and just pushed it through, and there's 4 holes, just one there, one there, one there, one there. And then what you want to do is then, with your starter culture, like I say, this stuff's pretty smelly. If you've got a weak stomach, I'd advise getting some Acari first bites to feed your fry, because you've got to be a little bit sort of savvy with these guys. They can smell quite bad, especially when the culture gets really wet, and it helps if you've got a good pair of scissors as well. Sorry about this, guys. I've always got a pair of scissors in the fish room there. And basically what you want to do is you want to spread this across your culture. Because I'm making 2, I'm just going to put in half the packet into this one. It looks pretty grim, to be fair, guys, I'll be honest with you. It's not the nicest one, but the fish absolutely love this stuff. And what you'll find is in about a week or so, once the culture's had time to get into the oats that are below, I mean, I don't actually mind the smell. It's a bit of it smells like sweet porridge to me, but I know some people really hate the smell of it. So you just get it like that. So as you can see, my starter culture's on top. I'm going to be a wuss today because I'm having some food soon. I will wash my hands obviously, but I don't fancy all this on my hands as well. So you just want to sort of mix it around, and the worms will get into it all then. Spread it around onto your oats that you've pre-made, just like that. Try not to get it all over yourself if you can help it. And then what you want to do is you want to keep this at room temperature. Pop the lid on, and what you'll see is in a couple of days, where we had the spider webs of the culture climbing all over the bag, they're the Walter worms that we'll be harvesting. And you'll see where the plastic's clear here. I might just put a shot up on screen at this time, just to show you what the culture will look like. Obviously this is a new one, so you won't see it for at least a week or so, and you'll see the worms all over the plastic container there. And then your culture's ready. So basically what you do is to feed the fish, you just pop your lid off, you get your finger or a spatula, and you just run it across the edge of the plastic like that, and then just dip your finger, what's got the worms on, into the tank that you want to feed. So well, I'm going to make up another culture of this stuff, and then I'll try and show you, I'll try and get some water worms off the bag maybe, and try and show you feeding the rainbow fish. So I've decided just to get the kettle going. So this is the dry mix that we did before, and basically you want to just put the hot water in across the top and just give it a bit of a stir around. Like I say, you don't want this too wet, guys. It'll look wet at first, but once you've had it in there a little bit of time, the oats will soak up the water anyway, and then we should be good to go. So obviously this is red hot now because I've just put boiling water in there, so we won't be putting the worms into that because obviously they'll just die off straight away. You need to let this cool down. I usually let it cool down just overnight on a windowsill or something like that in the house, because at this point it's just oats and water, so you're basically just making porridge at this point. You can put a bit of yeast in as well. I understand that helps to get the culture started a little quicker, and that helps as well with, if you need them really fast, then you can just put a bit of yeast in. Also, if you do make it a little bit too wet, you can do what I've just done there and just pop a little bit more dry oats in, and you'll just see it get real sticky, and then that's when you know you've got it to the right consistency. So just stick a bit more in there, just try it up a little bit. It doesn't matter if they stay dry, some of the oats eventually will get wet with the worms going through them and eating off them and stuff. So there you go. It's as easy as that, literally. A bit of hot water and some oats and you're done. You just need to put your culture in. Obviously once that's cooled down, I won't put them in now, but once the culture's cooled down, then we're good to go. So I'll just try and show you feeding these worms to some of my rainbow fry. It's going to be quite hard to catch on camera, but I'll try anyway. So then guys, this is my rainbow fry tank. You won't be able to see them too good because they like to stay on the top of the water quite a lot. But what we'll do is we'll get some of this white worm culture. So basically just I'm just going to be brave here and get my finger in. So you can see the white there on the bag, that's the white worm culture. And then you just put your finger in and give it a swirl around. You can just see it all going into the water there. And what they'll do is then the fish will hunt them down and they'll eat them. So they're really, really small, these Walter worms. They're very, very difficult to catch on camera. So that's how you would feed the Walter worms. I hope this has helped some of you guys that are new to the hobby out. If you've got any more questions or information that you need, if you just give us a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and peace out.